Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a reading for Leo, so it's like astrology, horoscope situation. I'm really surprised how much shine is coming off of that. It makes the table look glassy, and it's really not. Leo. Leo! So the reading I was going to do was going to be the yin-yang relationship check-in, but I had a synchronicity thanks to one of my viewers, and I decided that it was going to be triangulation instead, and then I realized that I needed to do all the signs individually this time. So I've got something in my eye, but I've also got Leo. And I've got the Mystical Shaman Oracle here. I already cleared and shuffled these, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of extra. Extra sauce there. What's really nice is that these cards match my table. And I've got the Aquarian Tarot. I trimmed mine, and after I cut the first one, I was like, I don't like this. But since I cut it, I had to do the rest of them. So if you get an Aquarian Tarot deck, I do not recommend trimming a couple millimeters of white border off it. It's just not right. I'm not going to throw it out until it's like worn to crap, and then I'll finally get another one. But for the intervening years, I'm stuck with what I've got here. So anywho, some regrets. Okay. So I need cards to end with, or a card. I've been getting a lot of doubles, which is somewhat expected on account of the whole, I'm not taking 3 though, on account of the whole year 6, i.e. the Lovers / Gemini energy for this year, 222. We also entered the year of the Water Tiger, which I did not mention in some of these readings, but what with Leo being the closest thing to a tiger. Okay, I guess that's my end card. Oh, I should have left that spinning. Okay, I guess it's going to be in the challenge position. Leo, lions and tigers are very similar genetically. They're not exactly the same, but their body morphology is just about identical. Past. Kind of sound like I was talking, I knew what I was talking about, but not really. Kitties, basically. Genus and species. You know what I really hate that people say a lot, especially in the like occult community for the last few years? I don't know if this is like a Mandela effect thing or what, but all of a sudden for like the last 5 years, everybody says symbology, and it grates on my ears. Because I have seen Boondock Saints, and yeah, the word is symbolism. And I don't know when that started, but it really angers me. Anyway, morphology. I mean, I'm guessing that it's 2 different things, but related to symbols, but it's still, it's like archaeology, paleontology, geology. It's like an earth science, but I feel like if you say symbology, you're trying to make it sound like symbols are like in tangible earth science, and it just, I don't know, grates on my nerves, and I don't like it. If somebody can explain to me why people are saying that, then maybe I can tolerate it, but probably not. Like when the kids these days spell psych S-I-K-E instead of P-S-Y-C-H, like it's fucking supposed to be spelled. Makes me want to strangle kittens and defenestrate things. Okay. Give me the future. Okay. I don't like that. I would like to not see the card so I don't have an opinion about it beforehand. Give me the future. Without flipping the card over, please. Thank you. I said without flipping the card over. That's still flipping the card over. I don't want to see. Maybe if I just close my eyes, because it's going to turn these over. Stop flipping it over. Just give me one. Okay, I didn't see it that time, but it tried to flip over. I'm like influencing the reading with stuff that I see ahead of time. Alright, and let me have a card to start with. Number 21, the Gatherer. This is about resources. It's kind of a very Pentacles energy, right? I'm taking from the earth what's readily available, but only what I need. It's sort of like someone who's in tune with nature. They go out to pick berries off a bush, and they only take the ones from the middle, because they leave the ones on the ground for the little creatures, and then they leave the ones on the top for the birds. So they're only taking what's at palm's reach and sharing with everyone else. It's, I'm going to take this root and this root and that root, but only a few of them because I want them to keep growing in this area. I don't want it to go extinct. It's this being in tune with the offerings and cycles of nature, of what do I need, what do I not need. It's an elevated version of the Four of Pentacles. Here it's coming in at 21, which is usually the World card, which is Capricorn energy, which is more earth energy. Again, it's like a higher vibration. It's like this, the ultimate knowing of receiving, right? Because if you're gathering, you're not really taking, you're receiving what's there. I'm receiving this thing here. It's like scavenging, like a scavenger hunt. Like, ooh, what do I need? Oh, here's some. Let me take this. You know, but it's this idea of I'm gathering energy that's being presented. I'm not going out and taking it. I'm not, you know, kicking squirrels in the head so I can get the lower berries. I'm not making this bird go extinct by taking all of the eggs in the nest to eat. I'm making sure that there's something left to propagate the energy. That's this gatherer energy. It's interesting seeing something so earth tone coming out of Leo. It's like very grounded. Very grounded. Let's look at the present. Is it in focus? Probably should have checked. Let me see. There's a lot of like texture on these cards of the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So even if it's even if the writing is in focus, it might not always look like the picture is. But the artwork on this is incredible. I don't remember the name of the artist off the top of my head, but it's you can Google it, or you can go to my Cats Hit the Deck reviews, and I'll have it. I have it all the information typed in the description box under the reviews of the decks. So anyway, very incredible artwork. Also, crap. Was this inverted? I don't know if it was inverted or not. Poop. I think it should be though. I'll just leave it for now. I'm not sure what direction that's supposed to be in. So I have the Devil card. This is Saturn energy again. The devil can be the shadow side. It can be the shadow. The Syrian Starseed Tarot lists the devil as the shadow. Some of the other cards have alternate names too. Like in some decks, not necessarily that one, but in some decks, Temperance is like death is like transcendence or ascending or something like that. But I'm seeing this sort of Capricornian connection, and I'm sort of confused by that coming up in a Leo reading. It's like unfinished business. The 10 and the 5 break down to 6, which is the number of the year. And I've had... Okay, I think this is supposed... No, well, I'm just going to leave it. I've had the Lovers come out inverted in 2 different readings in this position. This is like that energy, but it's sort of spread out in a different way, right? Instead of 6, I have 1 and 5. And I had a 2 and a 3 come out in one reading, and then a 6 over here. It was like multiplication. But here 1 times 5 is just 5. And 1 times 2 is just 2. But if I add these together, I get 3. If I add these together, I get 6. 5 and 6 are both divisible by 3. So there's something to do with the number 3. And we got a triangle here anyway. There might be more going on with this devil energy. I mean, usually it's sort of like I'm chained to something, I'm bound up, I'm being dragged into hell and blah, blah, blah. But there's... And you would think, since I am sun sign Capricorn, that I'd know what's going on more with the devil card. But it's like I need a meditation on it, and I haven't really gotten one yet. Like, I get spontaneous downloads about certain cards. And it's throwing me off, too, because this devil has this big bat thing on it. It's like... This is like temptation to have more. It's like this, the shadow side trying to trick you into taking up more energy than you need. But the overall here is like, I just need enough to get by. And this past energy is like, I have to have more. Now, it could be because you're literally in a state of physical lack, where it's like my physical needs aren't being met. Right? I'm malnourished. I can't pay my rent. My shoes are falling apart. I can't afford deodorant. I need more, and I'm not getting it. I'm unfulfilled. So my shadow side is like, take whatever you can get. Like, yeah, but I don't need that. Well, take it anyway. But this is somebody's fault. Like, take it. Let's see what the present is. 7 of Rods inverted. Okay. I mean, technically the devil is fire, and technically 7 of Rods is fire, too. This came out inverted in another reading in this same place. This is so weird. Traditionally, Mars in Leo. But I had reassigned it Pluto in Leo. Okay, so this is making sense now, because Pluto is in Capricorn, and it's gonna be retrograde like in April or something. It's in pre-shadow now. Pre-shadow. Plutonium. Like a nuclear reactor. The 7 of Rods is usually either like I'm defensive or I'm standing up for what I believe in. In this instance, it's like I've let down my guard, or I'm no longer standing up for what I believe in. It gives me this idea of this feeling of Leo being led astray by something. But that doesn't seem quite right for the reading. 7 to me wants to be the Chariot, but it's at a very low vibration. It's like I can't go anywhere. Like I'm in a position of weakness. Also feeling 7 is sort of half of the Devil. Right. 15 divided by 2, 7.5. I'm almost at half here. And it's like I'm almost halfway there, but it feels like I have so much further to go. It's been 7 years and I'm still like scraping to get by. Like I give up kind of energy. Alright, let's look at the future. Because this whole reading is very strange. And it's not like I'm getting table scraps either. It's like trying to call to me what is the universe has available to me. And there's an aspect of being unable to co-create. Like the shadow is like, oh, you're supposed to have it now. And you're like, man, this is never going to happen. I'm fucking feel like giving up. I'm just going to go bury my head in the sand and jump off a bridge and all that. So we have the Empress. Taurus energy. Venus energy. Number 3. So 3 and 3 here. This is like the earth itself. 7 times 3, 21. This is abundance. I'm getting Bon Jovi halfway there, living on a prayer. This is like this is like you're almost at the point of receiving the abundance, but your shadow side is telling you you have a lot further to go to get there. Like, oh, I've never been able to get there before, why even bother? It's like, why should I go over the next mountain because all these other mountains didn't have any snacks? Like, why should the next mountain have snacks? And it's sort of a despair, like a spiraling despair. And it's coming from an ego of lack, which is what this devil energy is doing here in Leo's reading. It's like my ego feeds itself by me always thinking I don't have enough. And if I start getting stuff, if I start receiving, if I don't somehow self-sabotage and am unable to complete what I'm doing with my life, then my ego is the thing that's being satisfied. My ego has an abundance of misery, and it feeds off of this, I have lack, I am miserable. Now the ego is like, aha, more lack, I'm busting at the gills with lack. This is fantastic. Delicious, yummy sadness. So the main issue here is to understand that you want to go where you can still hold on to what you believe in and overcome this ego by accepting the abundance, being primed and ready to receive. Let's look at this card. The Upper World, number 59. I have a nice 14, which is balance, breaking down to 5, which is a shift or a pivot. I'm in 3-8, which is strength. 14. That's a temperance. This upper world is, it's opening. I mean, it's blue, so to me, it's sort of trying to be the third eye, but it really wants to be. It's like the throat chakra trying to be the throat chakra trying to be the crown chakra. and it's coming out in the third eye. But it doesn't really matter whether it's the crown or the third eye. It's trying to be able to connect to the universe, to have this co-creation, to say, universe, I need this. And the universe is like, dude, like, we had your back the whole time. Like, hold on. Like, the season is coming. And it's basically like the ego wants you to listen to the lower world. And you're stuck in the middle world trying to figure out what you're doing with your life. Like, why isn't anything? Like, I need it. Like, I need like the stuff, the shoes, the rent money, the snacks. That's the middle world. And it's the upper world is saying, like, hey, listen, like, we're sending you these synchronicities so you can stay on this path until the abundance is coming in. And it looks like a Leo inverted card. Is that right? Leo inverted card tells me the moon. There's a full moon on the 16th of February, I think. And I think the last one was in Cancer, so this one should be in Leo. But for some reason, it's saying, look at the 15th. Like, there's a shadow element before the full moon. Whereas, like, this energy is the illumination, but this is sort of like, it's like an encroaching darkness. It's like there wants to be an eclipse, especially since it looks like there's a moon here. It's like the ego, the shadow, wants to eclipse your abundance, but this breakthrough of this full moon, which should be in Leo, is sort of going to, like, smack you in the forehead with this sort of abundant information, like, stay on the course, and, you know, the next mountain is actually going to have the snacks at it. Okay, so that was a little bit longer than I meant to go, but I had to get that explained. My tripod is soggy. Okay, if you want to get a personal reading, the list of readings that I offer and how much they cost is going to be in the description down below. But I also have it in a PDF format you can download on my WordPress, and it's also, like, on a page there that you can read online. Or you can email me, and I can either send you the text version or attach the PDF. If you found this helpful or useful in some way and you want to energy exchange, donate, hit that tip jar. It's PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, CATtheMinion. I've got coloring books, dark poetry, merch, prints, and actual art items for sale. If you use coupon code 3star17, you'll get 17% off 3 or more items in my Etsy shop. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.